Hello, everyone. It has been a while since I've done a live on Facebook. It's been a while since I've recorded our Conscious Educator Playground podcast live on Facebook. But today is a special day, and we are going to kind of go a little rogue and a little off of our norm. Because when was the last time you celebrated yourself? Right? When was the last time you were celebrated by someone else? I don't know. I had a beautiful conversation last night with one of my best friends, and we had a moment of where she was celebrating me and kind of my crazy journey in this life of moving across the country, which was super special to hear and to feel and to be open to receive. So today on our podcast, we're going to let a little cat out of the bag here in a moment, but I'm going to little drum roll that's coming. We have some big time celebrating to be doing on our team. And so I am joined by the amazing Shiva Rashada, as always, on the podcast. Welcome, Shiva. Thank you for always being here and having wonderful, juicy conversations with me about what it's like to be a conscious educator in today's world. And my beautiful, incredible niece and brand ambassador, Amelia Valerie, joining us again. She was on one of our previous podcasts, kind of sitting in the student seat. And both of them have been an incredible part of our team here at Educator Dynamics for a while now, and really kind of helping us create a really solid foundation, not only for the work that we do within our schools, but the impact that we're able to create as our ripple of impact globally within the different organizations that we're a part of, and being able to record these podcasts, our social media presence, all of the things. So these two amazing humans, I want to celebrate. So we're going to do a little mini Shiva celebration, which she does not know is coming. Is that she, and I love that she doesn't know this is coming. So we're just going to put her on the spot, and Amelia is going to help me celebrate Shiva in that, as an educator with an amazing edupreneurial mindset within the classroom, outside of the classroom. You all have kind of gotten to know Shiva along the way. And one of the things I want to celebrate about her is that even at this stage in her career, and really being in this amazing, impactful space with such wisdom and being able to pull from so much, that she still sits in a leading learner seat. And that leading learner mindset has really led her to apply to a doctorate in education. And so we are waiting to hear if she gets into this program that she's applied for. But I simply want to celebrate Shiva for really applying and being a leading learner in this space of education, and knowing that it really takes all of us owning who we show up as, and she practices what she preaches to the depths of who she is. And so Shiva, I just want to celebrate you for that, because it's incredible how you model the work that you teach and how you preach. So thank you for being you.
Thank you so much, Sandy. I'm like, what? I was like, where is she? I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Of course. And Amelia didn't know that. So
I didn't know that. That was so a surprise.
Oh yeah. No, I usually keep things, until it happens. This happen. Well, nobody knew, but thank you so much, Sandy. I really appreciate you.
You're welcome. I mean, it matters, right? To be able to sit in that leading learner seat and go, I have a lot of wisdom. I have a lot to share with the world, and I still have more to learn. Like, how powerful is that? And sometimes I think that I've heard a lot of educators over the years complain about other educators forgetting that when an educator loses their love of learning for themselves, it usually takes a minute for them to recalibrate and get back to that, because it has a ripple of impact in ways that really don't serve them or the students that they're teaching. And so being able to celebrate just that, right? Even if you just wake up one day and go, I'm going to learn this today. there's like a huge family thing going on in my family. I haven't joined. Yeah, it's fine. I don't think I will, but on Duolingo. Like,
Yeah, I started that one.
Amelia
and,
started, I'm really trying not to judge myself for not jumping on the Duolingo family bandwagon.
it was totally my fault because I started learning French because I was like, my brother Brian was learning Japanese on Duolingo, and I was like, oh, that's kind of funky. And so when we were together over winter break, I was like, I should learn French. Because like, maybe want to move to Paris someday, something funky, who knows? And why not know the language? And I signed up for the trial super Duolingo plan, and then I convinced my stepfather to get the family plan for super Duolingo, so we're all learning new languages together.
I love it. What is it about Duolingo? Like, what's the celebration awards piece that like really makes it super fun?
They do a little dance at the end when you finish a lesson, and it's very cute and adorable. But I also
Everybody loves a little dance.
Also, speaking of Duolingo, I hit my 75-day streak today, and so I have like one of the little widgets on my phone to like remind me. And so look, it's like this firebird. Don't watch me, I'm watching Modern Family. But like the little firebird that's going on right there. I don't know. I think it's lovely to kind of, since I put the widget on my phone, I've definitely been more consistent with it. Because I see it every day. And when you don't do it and it's been all day and you haven't done your lesson yet, Duo is sad. The owl's sad. And you don't want to make the owl sad.
No, do not make the owls.
That's why you haven't started yet, Sandy,
Yeah.
because you don't want to disappoint the
That's
owl.
exactly what it is. I don't want to disappoint the owl.
Yeah. Although I don't recommend trying to learn French on Duolingo while you're in a Spanish course at university, then your brain mixes some things up sometimes, but so far so good. So.
Yes, multiple language immersion. It's fine. It's fine. I love it. There's so many ways that we can celebrate on a daily basis, right? I mean, what are other little ways that each of you celebrate micro moments? And why do you do that?
Chocolate.
Right? That is not wrong.
Yeah. No, I whenever I have like something that I really have been procrastinating doing or like this, and I would always call mom and I said, I don't really want to do it. She said, do you have chocolate nearby? I said, no. She said, go get yourself some chocolate and then do it. And then eat the chocolate. I said, okay. So that's my little reward system for that. But yeah.
Wise words, right?
Yeah, wise words.
Wise words. For every email you get through in your inbox, you can have an M&M or a piece of dark chocolate or right? Something. I'm going to need something to get through my emails. That's another subject.
We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it.
We don't talk about those things. It's fine. Shiva, what about you? What do you use?
I'm going to be honest. I don't know. I should probably celebrate myself more often. But I know with my students, with my own children, and with the people around me, and one of my love languages is words of affirmation. So I am really not afraid to lift people up and hold them there in love with my words, and to do it publicly. With all of my students doing so many incredible things. I will say things and I don't have a problem with it. And I think now the students, I've worn them down. So they're just like used to it. Nobody's
they're used to receiving the love. Yeah.
Absolutely. They're like, oh my gosh. Well, that's how they were in the beginning. Now they're just like, thank you so much. So I really do just try to cultivate a culture of celebration with the young people that I teach. And I will outwardly admit that I need to do more of that for myself.
I love that. I love that. It's such beautiful self-awareness. And again, most often, you brought up love languages, we will give the love language we most desire to receive. Right? Oftentimes that's the case. And so words of affirmation is one of my top ones as well. And so I'll often be doing that and celebrating others. And like I was talking about my conversation last night with Melissa was her really taking a moment, and again, we were talking about her. I was there holding space with her, and we were having this beautiful girlfriend conversation, and she ends up going, I just want to tell you, I'm really freaking proud of you, and look at the example that you're setting, and being able to own your life and live your life on purpose. Like, you're really doing it. And I just want you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. And it just goes to that depth of, I see you, right? A celebration doesn't have to be like a big old surprise party, right? I did that for my sister's 40th and 50th birthdays last year, and they didn't like the surprise part, but they loved the celebration part. I like the surprise part because I got to be the, quote unquote, evil middle sister that was like, I'm going to, not let you in on all my secrets. But really just celebrating them and being able, it doesn't have to be that big. It can be in the micro moments of simply going, oh my God, I see you and you're freaking amazing. And being able to even look yourself in the mirror. It's something that I was taught probably 20 years ago. And I remember when I was first taught about mirror work and looking yourself in the eyes, I had an aversion to it. I was like, that's weird. Like, no. And then I tried, and all I would do is cry, and I couldn't. And I just hit this place. I'm like, why can't I look myself in the eyes? It was weird. And then through several years of practice and like getting to a place now where I can look myself in the eyes and go, I'm so proud of you. Like, you're doing cool stuff today, and you got this today. And, whether it's a pep talk or something, just taking those micro moments, but it took me a long time to get to that place. It didn't happen overnight. So, if it is M&Ms, dark chocolate, if it is, Starburst, I'm not condoning sugar. That's not what I'm saying. It could be grapes. Let's go with that's sugar too. Anyways, we're going.
But it's simple sugar, so that's okay,
right?
Sugar.
It can be
carrots. Is that what we're
carrots?
saying?
Whatever it is within your diet that really feels like it just nurtures you, but then savor it, right? Don't just go, yep, reward, and then not actually feel it. There was a moment this morning when I woke up and it snowed a lot yesterday over the last couple of days. And then this morning the sun peeked through, and I just looked outside. I just had this sheer joy of like, oh my God. And it was like this little spontaneous little dance party of like just celebrating that I've moved to a place that I love and, love to wake up and look outside. So again, find micro ways to celebrate yourself in all the ways. And any other thoughts you guys have on like celebrating yourself? What's the benefit of celebrating yourself?
I think it comes in the territory of like, we could go into a whole subtopic about like loving yourself and respecting yourself and all those other things. But I think it kind of slips in there away in a little bit of just kind of having that appreciation for yourself, that you're willing to just be like, you're proud of what you did. Mm-hmm. And like, yes, it's obviously nice to hear that from other people, and you would love other people to be proud of you, but it's also nice to have that like micro moment of, I did what I was supposed to do and I proved myself right. Because I know what I know, and at the end of the day, nothing else matters. So, and just kind of celebrating that. So that's my 2 cents. But yeah.
Love it.
Right. First of all, I love that. Yeah. I did it. I mean, celebrating self is just important because, and I think that goes with what you were saying, Amelia, about that whole self-love thing. I believe you're more impactful in the world for anything that you do. So you're going to be able to celebrate people better if you're able to do it for yourself, holding that space for yourself, showing yourself grace, all of those other things. And then just stopping and saying, you know what? And it doesn't even have to be big in the eyes of the world, but if it's big for you, I got to work on time today. Wow. I'm going to go get that chocolate everybody seems to be talking about. So that's it. And that's a small act of self-love, is just to be able to kind of say, wow, you know what? I did that.
I think it's also like being also willing to celebrate things that like, even though the reward might like be small or whatever, but the thing itself is also kind of small, and celebrating. And I think like Tia, we've talked about this a lot, but celebrating the small wins and like, you know, like realizing like your daily wins and everything. And like yesterday, me and my friends got out of rehearsal and we like learned this choreo that none of us were really too pleased about. And but we did it anyway, and we're like, we're gonna go get ice cream, we're done, like we're all gonna celebrate together. And it's just like we finished rehearsal and like moved on. And I think it's like even though like that's totally not a significant thing in like the world or whatever, but it was kind of like a camaraderie of like, we did this, let's move on, like it's okay. So I think it's also the small things too that you have to celebrate on top of the big things, no matter how big the reward may or may not be.
Yeah, for sure. And there's different degrees of it, but when we, I love the wisdom from both of you, and really looking at no matter how big or small the thing is that you're celebrating, it creates that ripple, not only of self-confidence within yourself, but how you're showing up for others with it. When you create a practice of celebrating yourself, that it becomes this, you know, part of who you show up as in the world. And who doesn't smile when you truly see them and go, oh my God, that was really cool what you did. You know, it's, if you hear that from someone, it's hard to not have the corners of your mouth turn up. It's really, you have to work at it to go, no, wasn't good. And so really being in that space of receiving, I think, is also a critical piece to celebration, is being open to receive, even if it's as simple as a thank you, and then practicing going, yes, that was good, versus the automatic deflection of, no, but all these things went wrong, because we're hardwired for that. We are truly hardwired for looking at the negative and focusing on what needs to be quote unquote fixed all the time. And so making it a habit, just like we talk about all the time, making it a habit of gratitude, and but to actually receive it and then celebrate it, right? So there's more pieces to the puzzle of the ripple of impact that we all get to show up with in the world. So now I want to talk about like celebrating others, and we've been talking about this a little bit. And we're going to make this kind of a short podcast today, because this is like total spontaneous. Wanted to celebrate some really big news that happened for Amelia today. And it is something that she has been dreaming about and working on, quite frankly, for years. And the intensity in which she has accelerated her dedication and her ability to keep her eye on the goal, and many sleepless nights, many nights on vacation where she was just burning the midnight oil, regardless of, you know, it was like, I want to have fun during the day, but I have to get this done too. So then she would stay up all night, and then all of the sacrifices, right? Of lots of micro moment sacrifices, lots of big moment sacrifices to be able to get to where you are today. And this huge, huge accomplishment. Not only is Amelia graduating with her undergrad in 3 years this May, but today she just got accepted into, go ahead.
I got accepted into the graduate journalism school at Columbia University. Yay!
Oh my God. When she called earlier and she was on the phone with her mom, my sister, and my other sister, I like literally, I might have cussed a little bit. I was like, oh yeah.
I don't remember.
I was dancing. Like, I was like, oh my God, like, that I feel like I've been writing this with you, and we were waiting and waiting and waiting, and it was a mid-March decision, and literally mid-March.
Literally, like
literally.
Yeah, they really took that really seriously.
They took that literally. I was like, oh, it's going to come March 13th. I was a couple days.
Ivy League schools, they're like, no, literally mid-March.
No,
like,
literally. sweetheart, I'm so freaking proud of you. Like, you have no idea. Like, I always feel like you're my own kid, but like I'm like, this is, I just didn't have to birth you. So I thank my sister for that.
Yeah.
I get all the benefits and I didn't have to do the hard work. It's fantastic.
Fantastic.
But like, I want to celebrate you so much in this moment, that like, not only have you been working with me and with this team to help grow the brand of Educator Dynamics and do so much work in the background that people can't even see, that has been so incredible. But you have been killing it in your classes, getting pretty close to straight A's across the board for the past 3 years, as well as not only traveling with me and being my amazing travel partner, but experiencing the world through semester at sea and doing that with flying colors and meeting new people and experiencing new cultures. But just
cool.
But performing in college night and doing like 24-hour rehearsals and things to then perform and be active within your school community, and now doing this next production that you were cast in. And I can't even keep up with the myriad of things. And then you mentioned Duolingo, learning French, because why not, on top of a full plus course load that you're taking to graduate early, to then apply. Columbia's application is no freaking joke.
It's really not. I do appreciate though that they didn't make me take the GRE. I will say that.
Yeah.
That is one thing off the plate.
Yeah. So they checked one box for you. The rest of them, you freaking rocked.
I
And
called Sabina earlier and she was like, "Oh, were you on the phone? I think you're on the phone with this." And she was
Mhm.
like, "I don't want to say it was me editing your essays that got you in, but
Sabina's
I
her
do want
sister,
to take
for those
some
that don't
credit."
know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sabina's my sister. And I was like, thanks. Thanks.
Yeah.
Sabina.
How many of us did you have like reviewing
Oh,
your essays?
I had a whole army review my Columbia application.
Right.
I had at least 5 people on the essays, and then like about 3-ish people on my my sample work, which was great and lovely. I had some of my professors help me edit my sample work. It was great. It was a group effort. It really was.
The fact that you reached out for support, like, right, that's a superpower in and of itself that we don't often, recognize and celebrate, is just even asking for the help and having all of us lean in and go, of course we'll help you. Of course I'll read it. Like, okay, I have 10 minutes in between a meeting. I'm like, I'll read it for you. Rock on. Absolutely. And knowing that we love to celebrate one another. Why are birthdays such a big thing? And birthdays are a big thing in my world. Like, if it's your birthday, like, it's your day, like,
It's
or
your
your mom, in my case, whatever.
My dear.
My year, whole year. No, that's next year. I figure starting on my next birthday, it will technically be my 50th turn around the sun. So starting on 49th birthday, we get to celebrate all. That's
Yeah.
That's how it's
Just
gonna
22 years ago, you just happened to make it somebody else's day.
I did.
Don't know why you did that, but
I don't know why. I tried not
Just
to.
fell
My
where
child
they
was
fell.
born on my birthday. I tried not to have him on my birthday. He was 3.5 weeks early. I tried not to. I argued with the
I
nurse.
didn't know that.
Yeah, he was 3.5 weeks early. I argued with the nurse when she said, "You're having a baby today." I said, "No, I'm not. It's my birthday." She said, "Yes, you are, sweetie." I said, "No, I'm getting to get off bed rest and the doctor's going to let me go out to dinner tonight." She's like, "Sweetie, you're having a baby today." I said, "No, I'm not." I think I argued for a really long time. Granted, it was like 2:30 in the morning too. So, and I was in full blown labor. So I might've been hallucinating and little.
Just yeah.
I like that you found that time to argue. Well, first of all, so I just want to celebrate Amelia too. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. I didn't have a doubt when I heard, I was like, oh, she's going to get in.
Yes.
And I just want to celebrate you, Sandy. First of all, you know that you're incredible. I mean, but just your family. It's Women's History Month. And working with young women, I can tell a young woman who has been well loved. Amelia is a young woman who has been well loved. She's secure in herself. Just the ability, like you said, to ask for help, that shows that she feels safe within herself and within her community. You all have given this young woman gifts that are going to give to the world and to generations to come for a very long time. So I'm just happy to be in the midst.
Right?
Thank you, Shiva.
You're very welcome. I'm so excited.
It's true. You tell all true things. I am very loved by all.
But that's a beautiful thing, right? It's not just you, it's your whole entire family. And I know that we can say that, oh yeah, I'm loved, but to be well loved and to be well supported and to feel so safe to live life the way you do, that's a blessing that I don't even have the words to articulate that. So I'm so proud and happy for you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sure I'll send something in the mail that comes in a celebratory package.
Shiva is amazing at gifts.
Oh my
I
God.
don't know if I'm that good at gifts. I try.
Hey, I loved my octopus. It is with me always.
Please, yes. My octopus has been happy. for
Mine
the
is over
last
there.
few.
I'm sure I could go find it. It's I think it's currently sitting with my Simba that I got at Disneyland.
I understand, but last week when I had to do all the grading, he was here.
Those are the best things ever. Shiva,
Yeah.
I need
I have to find one for you, Sandy, but because I couldn't take it.
I need a way to actually have those in all colors, and I want to give them to every human on the planet that I see. Like, I need a whole room dedicated to those that I can just go.
When my grandparents came to visit,
Yeah.
and they wanted to come and see my dorm, and so I showed it to my grandma. I was like, "You're gonna like this." And then I showed it to her, and she was like, "That's so funny." And then I flipped it around, and she's like, "I do like that."
See, it went from just being, oh, that's cute, to, you know what? I like that guy.
I think we need to get her one, to be honest. I think it would be.
DTV. I will have to see. I know when I went to go get yours, the Christmas rush had just happened. So I just have a few. I'm like, I need the cutest one. Do not play with me. And that, I was like, hopefully it's gonna be blue. Hopefully you'll like it.
No, I love the blue one. The blue and gray is perfect.
Well, we'll have to figure out what we can do for you, Sandy. We'll just send you like the whole rainbow of colors.
I need the whole rainbow, because I want to share them with everyone. I want to give them away.
Toss them out. What are those things that
It's
they
like
do in the
Oprah.
game that
You
shoot
get
like
an
the
octopus.
t-shirt?
You get
T-shirt guns, yeah. I need an octopus gun.
Is it octopi? How do we say that plural?
an octopi gun. Yeah,
She was going to invent this. It's going to be fantastic.
in all her free time that she
I
has.
kind of am right. I mean, who on our team gets enough sleep? Okay, because I was just thinking of Raina with the free time. It's like, if I reach out to Raina, she might be up.
Right?
So literally, yeah.
Raina is our badass operations systems guru, human of all. Raina
We
is.
don't run without her.
No, Raina is secret weapon of all things that we do. She's freaking incredible.
While we're celebrating.
While we're
right?
celebrating,
Well, we're
yes.
celebrating other people.
Hopefully she is sleeping right now. But
She texted us a few. She said, congratulations, she's up.
oh, she's Raina, sorry, we woke you. Apologize. Raina lives in the Philippines. So she's on opposite time zone. Amelia, tell us what you're most excited about with Columbia Graduate School of Journalism. Is that the mouthful?
Yeah, so it's the it's the program I was accepted to was the Masters of Science full time of the Graduate School of Journalism of the Graduate School in Journalism. Long time.
That's a mouthful. Yep.
It's
On to Columbia for journalism. Got it.
Yeah, journalism. Right. Thing I'm most excited for. They had on their website, they have classes that you can potentially take. And one of them is how to cover armies and spies. And I'm very excited about that. So we'll see. I don't know. That sounded it sounded cool. The community that Columbia feels like, even though it's in the biggest city in the world. I don't think New York's the biggest city in the world. You get my point. But
A very large city.
very, very large city.
Big Apple.
But it kind of just feels tight knit, even though it's like Columbia, and then you have, and it's its own little community. But then it's you step out of Columbia, and it's New York, And like, you know what I mean? And so you have like the whole city just available to you at your wit's end. So finding an apartment is going to be thrilling, super fun. So that's what I'm going to tell myself. But yeah, we're going to figure it out. Lots of things to figure out, but it will all work out in the end. I hope, I'm sure. But yeah, the little blue confetti that I got when I opened my acceptance letter was quite thrilling. Yeah, so because I barely read it, I saw the confetti and I barely read it, and I called mom and I was like breaking down in tears, and then I was like, wait, did I read it wrong? And then and so I looked at it again and I was like, no, I read it right.
I don't think they give you confetti. That would be a really cruel joke if they give you
That
confetti.
would be so
Would be.
awful.
Yeah,
Confetti a rejection? Oh my gosh.
Don't. If we're talking about celebrations, that's one thing not to do. Do not.
not confetti or rejection.
Don't do that.
If you take anything out of our discussion today, do not throw confetti on a rejection. I'm looking at all of you admissions counselors. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cruel jokes.
Yeah. It was kind of like for undergrad, I felt like I never had like that, oh my God, I'm in moment. Because the two schools that were a bit of a stretch for me and didn't really work out. So I never had that like, oh my God, it's happening. So
Well, and on top of that, you were a 2020 grad, so you didn't
I was
get
a 2020 grad with really poor SAT scores. And that's just the way that things shook out.
I was talking about you not getting graduation.
Oh, that too.
guess
But yeah,
I
I was talking about me getting into undergrad schools, but yeah.
Oh, no.
However it works.
No, I'm talking about the celebrations.
Celebration, yes.
This gets to be a really big deal, right?
That's the thing though, like, yeah, I hope it's a really big deal. I think when I graduated high school, just because it was like peak COVID, like everything just went down. Like everything just hit the fan and like we didn't know what was happening. And I never really felt like I had closure from high school, which sounds kind of weird and bizarre in a way. But it was never celebrated. Like I had like a grad party. But Sabina, my sister, also decided to graduate undergrad in 3 years, like an overachiever. And so that happened to land on when I was graduating high schools, when she was graduating undergrad. So it's kind of together. And I realized that I'm now stealing LJ's thunder by graduating in 3 years. It's kind of a cruel cycle that way. But yeah, so I don't know. I never felt like I had my moment of celebration really when it comes to academic things. And I think I finally hit that moment.
It's here and it's well deserved.
And I get to a year from now, I'll graduate in that powder blue gown, walking across New York.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, hooded and all, with the
hooded and all. Yes, I know, with the master's degree and everything.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm very excited. I'm officially late to my rehearsal, but
yes.
I will manage. Everyone will manage. It's okay.
You're on your way. You're on your way.
But yeah, I am beyond excited. My brain can't wrap around it. I tried to take a nap earlier. It didn't work because my brain was so geeked out and excited. So I'm just gonna continue have like slept like a hanger in my mouth. Like that's just
permagrin
permanent grin on the face for the rest of the foreseeable future.
Yes.
But yeah, I found out in class, and my professor that was in class with me was he helped edit my sample work and wrote me a recommendation letter, and he was very, very excited, very proud of me. So it was kind of cool how everything happened. But yeah.
Awesome. So if you were to have any final parting words at the power of celebration, what would it be?
Power of celebration, I think, as lame as this is about to sound, it's important. I think that celebration shouldn't be diminished, and I'm about to go into a very cheesy sentence, so bear with me, please. We only live this crazy little life thing once. So why not celebrate any chance that we can get, because it's fun and it's cool, and we do fun and cool things, even though sometimes it doesn't feel like we do fun and cool things. and it's cool to go just have a steak dinner or something just cuz. Finish a paper, go to your favorite restaurant, did a good job at work today, go have a piece of chocolate, just little things. And yeah, I think it's just cool to do it whenever you can, and it's amazing when other people can join in that happiness with you. And it creates a nice just community of support when you have people like that can kind of relish in that excitement with you. But yeah,
Love it.
celebrate more.
Community of support. It's huge, huge. Sheba, any final words on the power of celebration?
I agree with everything that Amelia said. I'm going to go with that.
I
I'm
love
gonna
it.
just add the accent to it.
Yes. Yes. I am just going to highlight the community of support, and that is how we thrive as humans. Is we are community beings and we need each other. So remember to celebrate each other. Remember to celebrate yourself. You are all unique, amazing humans. Thank you for being here, both of you. Amelia, congratulations. Sheba, congratulations. I can't wait to hear about your acceptance next. And so many cool things going on in the world, even despite all of the things that are not going so well. Focus on the things that are working. Celebrate the micro moments of your life. You are worth it. We love you, and we will see you on the next podcast. Thanks, everybody. See you later.